Hello there, welcome or welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Samantha and this is my channel where I talk all about books. Anyway, today I'm coming to you with a very exciting video because today I'm coming to you with my TBR for my own readathon that I'm hosting. If you don't know what TBR means, it stands for to be read. So these are the books that I'm planning to read during the week of my readathon that I'm hosting. Essentially, not next week, but the week after next, from the 8th of May until the 14th of May, I'm going to be hosting a Jonas Brothers themed readathon because they are releasing their new album on the 12th of May. And my sister and I had this idea years ago to do a Jonas Brothers themed readathon, and we came up with a bunch of silly prompts about the Jonas Brothers. So yeah, I'm hosting a readathon themed about the Jonas Brothers. If you missed my announcement video, I'll link it up in the card because that video has all of the prompts in it. Essentially, there are two different ways to do it. So you can choose a brother and go through that route, or you can do the albums, or you could do a mixture, or you can basically just do whatever prompts you want. I don't really mind. I just want people to take part and then obviously try and read as many books as you can, or as many books as you want to in the week. So I really did not know how I was going to do this. I didn't know which route I wanted to take, but in the end, I think I've decided that I'm going to go the brother route. I have to be true to my 8-year-old self, and I have to be on Team Nick. Because as a child, I loved Nick Jonas, and I thought I was gonna marry him. I was convinced, you know, I was absolutely convinced that I was gonna marry Nick Jonas. Obviously, with time, I've realized that's not gonna happen, and I don't want that to happen. But yeah, back then, I loved Nick Jonas, so I have to stay true to myself and be on Team Nick. I'm gonna be completing the 2 prompts for Nick and then the bonus Jonas. And then I also have a couple other books on here which would go with some of the album prompts if I have time. And for this TBR, I have given myself the challenge of reading only books from my physical TBR because I work in a library, so I have borrowed so many books and I've been neglecting my physical TBR. So if I completed all of these, I would get 5 books off of my TBR, which would be amazing, but we'll see. We will see. So the first challenge for Nick is Nick broke up the band, read a book featuring betrayal or a plot twist. So I've just kind of made the assumption, because this book is a thriller, that it will have at least one plot twist in it. And you know, it might even have betrayal in it. I don't know. But the book that I've chosen for that one is Force of Nature by Jane Harper. Okay, I definitely think that this does contain betrayal because I'm just gonna read to you what it says on the back. 5 women reluctantly pick up their backpacks and start walking along the muddy track. Only 4 come out the other side. The hike through the rugged landscape is meant to take them out of their air-conditioned comfort zone at the office and teach resilience and team building. At least that's what the corporate retreat website advertises. Police officer Erin Falk has a particularly keen interest in the whereabouts of the missing walker. Alice Russell is the whistleblower in his latest case, and Alice knew secrets about the company she worked for and the people she worked with. So, I mean, this definitely sounds like it's going to contain some betrayal or at least some plot twists. So I think that I can pretty solidly say that this book is going to complete that prompt. It's about 400 pages, so it's a little bit like I maybe should have picked some shorter books for this, but it's fine. I think a thriller should be a pretty quick read, hopefully, unlike the next book on my TBR. So the next challenge for Nick is for the song Levels, which is one of his solo songs. And this one is to read a book written from multiple points of view. So I've chosen to finally continue on with a series that I really enjoyed last year when I started it, but I still haven't continued on. And so I have put this absolute chunker of a book, The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, on my TBR. And I don't know if I can read this in that time, because I'm not gonna lie, the first book was pretty slow, but I did really enjoy myself. So, you know, if I can dedicate a big chunk of time to this one, I think I can get it done. I don't know. This one I maybe should have chosen a shorter book, but who knows? Maybe my library will have the audiobook and I can listen along as well. If not, I can switch this out with City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, because I have been meaning to finish the Mortal Instruments series. Well, my reread of the series. I've already read it before. So yeah, if I can't finish this one, I do know that my library has the audiobook, so I could read City of Lost Souls instead. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So the last prompt to complete Team Nick is the bonus Jonas prompt. And so that one is to read a book that doesn't get enough attention or an underhyped book. And so for that one, I have chosen this book that I randomly picked up from the library when we were getting rid of it. And I just loved the cover, but I haven't really heard anyone talk about it. And I'm pretty sure that when I looked on Goodreads, it didn't have that many reviews. So I would say it's probably underhyped. Like, I've never heard of it before, but the cover is gorgeous. So I hope I love it. But anyway, that book is The Graves of Whitechapel Apple by Claire Evans. I don't really know what it's about particularly, but I do know that it has the most gorgeous cover I've ever seen in my entire life. And it is a historical crime book set in Victorian London, and it's about a detective trying to solve the case of these murders that have been happening. I'm excited. I hope it's an underhyped one, and not just that it doesn't have a lot of reviews for a reason, but like hopefully this is a hidden gem. Anyway, so these are the 3 books that like I must read to complete my Team Nick prompts. But I'm ambitious, you know? I'm ambitious, and this is my readathon, so I want to read a lot. So I've also thrown on a couple more books to try and complete some of the album prompts. So the first one is absolutely ridiculous, like it's not gonna happen, but we can hope. And this would complete one of the album prompts, which is a little bit longer, which is to read a book over 500 pages or to read the next book in a series. And this is actually both of those. So if I have time during the week, which I won't, but if I have time, I would love to read The Hero of Ages, which is book 3 in the Mistborn trilogy. It's not gonna happen. Like, I know it's probably not gonna happen. This book is 750 pages, so like, that's not gonna happen. But I can dream, I can hope, you know? And like I said, if I don't end up reading The Well of Ascension and I read City of Lost Souls instead, then I could change this one and read City of Heavenly Fire, and that would actually complete 2 album prompts. But we'll see what path I choose when the time comes. And as if that wasn't enough, I do have one other book, and this book would be for the album prompt of Lines, Vines, and Trying Times, which is to read a book that you don't think you're gonna like, because this book has absolutely terrible ratings on Goodreads. It has less than 3 stars on Goodreads, which is like extremely difficult to do because most books get at least 3. Anyway, this book's actually really short, so like, you know, if I read it, that would be good. But I mean, it could also be terrible, and I could DNF it, and that's absolutely fine. But anyway, that book is After Alice by Gregory Maguire. I hold this in my most recent book haul because we were getting rid of it at work. I read the synopsis and thought that sounds fun, and then I looked on Goodreads, and yeah, I think the ratings are like 2.6 or something like that. Like, it's bad. So I think I'm not going to enjoy this one very much. But the beauty of it is that I could start this book and DNF it, and then it's 1 book off my TBR, and that's absolutely fine. This is my hefty stack, which, I mean, I would be happy if I read this much in a month. So if I read all of this in a week, I will be over the moon. I don't think it's likely, but I'm nothing if not ambitious. Anyway, I do also need to announce the times of the reading sprints, but I'm actually pre-filming this quite far in advance. So I'm gonna hop back in with future Samantha in a little bit to give you this whole schedule of the reading sprints. Hello there, it's Samantha from the future, looking very tired. And also I apologize, you're on my phone right now because my camera was out of battery. So sorry about that. Oh, and we have a cat. Okay, I'm just gonna hold her. I said that I was gonna come back and tell you about what time I was gonna do reading sprints, but I now can't really give you a solid timeline because that week that the readathon is going to be has kind of been flipped on its head a little bit because my fiance is having surgery on the Wednesday of that week. So yes, we've been waiting for the surgery for ages, so it's very exciting that he's finally getting it done. But I don't know how busy I'm going to be because of that, or what times I'm going to be not available. I don't want to set anything in stone. So the best thing I can say is to just turn on notifications, and then you'll find out when I'm live streaming. But the plan is to do reading sprints pretty much every day if I can for an hour or 2. It'll probably be in the evening, knowing me. And when I say the evening, I mean the evening in London, which is currently on British summertime. So we're 8 hours ahead of PST, 5 hours ahead of what's it called? EST. And those are all the time zones I know. 1 hour behind a lot of Europe for my European people out there. If that's helpful for you, it will probably be in the evening on any of the days during the week. I can't unfortunately give you that timeline, which I wanted to do. So yeah, just subscribe and turn on notifications. But if you wanted to partake in some reading sprints, that's the best way for you to stay in touch with when they're going to be. I also will probably post some stuff on Instagram about it when I have more of an idea of how busy I'll be during that week. So yeah, that would be another place to go to find out when the sprints are going to be. But yeah, I'm sorry that I can't give you a more concrete answer, but we're doing what we can. And yeah, it was unfortunate timing that right after I announced this readathon, we found out the date of his surgery, but it is what it is, and I'm not even mad about it. We've been waiting for this since October, so it's great. He was in a car accident in October, so it's been a long time coming. Anyway, back to Samantha from the past. But anyway, that is all that I have for this video, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give a thumbs up. If you're here, feel free to subscribe down below, and please let me know down below what you're planning to read for this readathon. I would love to know. But that is all I have, so I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye!
You in the backyard and you're all fine in the summer. letter, sent a message to the dark days. Skip to the present.